Oh man, just as I burped, it started recording. God damn it. I was hoping I could get it in right before.
Wow.
It's fine, I guess, you know. We could start it with a burp, or we could always chop a little at the beginning, but this is it. Here we are. We're back again.
We're back again in MB Cast world.
It's the MB cast again. This is it.
Yeah. This is it.
This is it.
Deal with it.
This is gonna be the whole show. We're just gonna do this for an hour. We're gonna go back and forth and say this is it. This is MB cast. This is what it is. Welcome back. Hey, how are you? How you doing?
When was the last time we did one of these?
We did welcome back after like a few months.
We claimed welcome back, and then we immediately turned around
And stopped doing it again for like
doing it again for a couple months.
just a lot of work, okay? And we do a lot of
like we don't always have a lot to talk about when we try, but then we get on the phone or we go to record something and we talk for like an hour before we actually ever start recording something.
right, and that's
So,
that's always the good stuff. February 13th was was when the last episode went up.
Well, it hasn't been. I think we talked about
Oh,
this probably like a monthly thing.
yeah.
To not
that's
burn
fair.
ourselves out on it too much. So if this releases like end of March, beginning of April, I think, we can
Yeah.
keep it up on this schedule.
Yeah. Yeah.
In early April, though, is WrestleMania, and we'll be recording our second annual Under the Ring Skirt podcast.
Be recording and releasing those like probably immediately. I want to get like I want those to have a pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah. Anyway, we wanted to talk about last time we were here. WandaVision was going on. That was the only like nerdy thing in our lives. But since then, so much has happened. Like, there's been a lot of nerdy stuff going on, television wise, watching stuff wise. Just,
It's fair. A lot of content consumption happening.
Yeah. I mean, the end of WandaVision, the whole show ended up turning out real good. None of our theories were correct, but
That's not true. None of my theories were correct. Some of your theories were correct.
one of my theories was correct.
Oh, you know what I saw today? I saw a pretty funny meme of what's Tony Stark's friend's name? What's the other Iron Boy?
Rhodes?
Who?
Rhodes?
What's like his hero name?
Oh, War Machine.
That one, definitely him. It was him, and he was scowling, and like in between his eyebrows, it looked like the letter M. So somebody put a red circle around it and was like, Mephisto confirmed.
Everyone thought it was Mephisto, and we got a Ralph Boner joke, and Agatha all along, and it was just real good. You just told me another meme. Oh, right before we started recording. A meme.
That grief is hold on, let me go find it.
Grief is just like a rearrangement.
But what is grief if not a rearrangement of some of the letters of Garfield?
Yeah, there it is. So yeah, WandaVision was good. We enjoyed the crap out of that. And then we've also been continuing to enjoy Attack on Titan's final season,
Oh, good.
which is
So good.
getting crazy. And we spent 4 hours each sitting through and watching Zack Snyder's The Justice League.
Mm-hmm. 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 Certainly we did. Certainly.
And it could have been cut down in places.
I think that's my biggest takeaway was that it was entirely too long to like feasibly be a good movie. And
Right.
that if they really had just cut it into
There, it
90
was a
minutes,
director's
like just
cut.
just watching it, like there was so much where you were just like, I didn't need that. I didn't
Yeah.
need that scene. I didn't need that visual. I didn't need this or that or the other thing.
I think the biggest takeaway for me is that he came back because he wanted to do it for not only himself but his daughter and his wife, and like
Right. Like that's fair.
I find that pretty fucking noble. Whether or not it's a masterpiece or not, it's an entirely different story. I just found it touching as all hell that he came back and finished the damn thing and gave the fans what they deserved and wanted.
That's fair. That's
And
fair.
gave the actors what they deserved.
Yeah.
Parts that they originally filmed for this film.
Let's talk about who in that movie was just fucking chef's kiss. Fantastic.
Well, I know you loved Cyborg the most. I personally love Flash the most.
I love them both equally.
I felt like you were a little more of a fan of Cyborg.
I enjoyed. I was excited by the Cyborg stuff because I've never seen him outside of Teen Titans. I've never seen anybody do anything with Cyborg outside of that, and he's never been
fair.
Like they dove deep into the complexities of his character. I've never seen it in like his relationship with his father and like
been more pissed off at Joss Whedon for cutting all of that shit out. Like some of those scenes, you look at it and you have to ask yourself, like, what made you remove that? What made you like cut his character down to essentially nothing, a side piece, a sidekick? Why?
Yeah, I can't imagine that shit was so well done. Like, but it also, again though, it almost felt like a different movie. Like I feel like before they had tried to do this, there should have been a Flash movie. There should have been a Cyborg movie. Before they had went to the original one, there wasn't an Aquaman movie. They should have built this slower.
That's the one thing I've always said is that they saw the writing on the wall with Marvel and they jumped the gun. Right. They went and
but they suffered. The whole franchise has suffered for it now. You've got Cyborg's entire backstory shoved into like hour and 45 minutes into this fucking behemoth of a movie. It's just shoved. Like, he literally has like his own mini movie inside of this movie.
Honestly, you don't get to the Cyborg and Flash stuff until probably about 2.5 hours.
It's insane. It's insane.
It's pretty deep in there.
It is deep in there.
Once you get there, I think it's genuinely worth it. Like I think he did a really good job essentially building up a bunch of setup that they never did on their own. Right. Because back when he was originally making this thing, it was gonna be like a 3-hour movie. We were getting a lot, regardless. And I feel like if we had gotten it back then, maybe things could have worked out differently for them. and for these movies in the long run. But now they're talking like multiverse already and shit, and it's just another example of DC jumping the gun. I hope this makes them see that they should maybe continue with Zack Snyder's
What
story.
are people saying about it though? Like I know how I feel about it, how you feel about it. I know how some of the people we're friends with on Facebook feel about it, but like, is it doing well? Is it getting like good reviews?
I don't. Usually, you have to wait for the first week to pass for something like that to be announced. I believe. I don't know if like statistics like that are out. Back in like movie theater days when everyone was still going and shit, you would get like opening weekend,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know, details and stuff. But I
It's
don't know.
difficult. Like I don't want to go look up Rotten Tomatoes because
I don't know if you can find the kind of information you're looking for on like how many viewers it's got on HBO Max and like how that translates to dollar bills for them. I'm sure that exists already, but like I don't know how to find it.
it's got a 74 on Rotten Tomatoes. Google users are reviewing it. 95% liked it.
Yeah, again, it's long, but it held my attention the entire time. I watched it with Chuck and Mike, and we all sat through 4 hours straight, except we had to pause once because Mike's power went out.
Vox released an article that says Justice League Snyder Cut release reminds us which fans' voices get heard. I'm curious to see which fans' voices get heard.
The liberals, of course.
Is that what it is? Good God,
No,
Vox.
probably not, but I like them dirty libs.
Oh, it's Vox. VOX, not Fox.
Oh,
Vox is like
sorry.
I don't even know what Vox is.
I thought you said Fox.
No.
Anyway, yeah, like to go back to the point you made earlier about none of the setup and shit. Like I said, Warner Brothers saw what Disney and Marvel were building, and they jumped the gun. They started out so strong, I think, with Man of Steel. Some people, again, don't enjoy Man of Steel. I personally really fucking dug Man of Steel. I thought it was really, really good. And mostly because I didn't watch Superman movies back in the day. I had seen the older Batman movies and shit, but I've never seen the older Superman movies or TV shows or anything. Man of Steel was like my first big forte into Superman, and I really dug it. I was into it, man. And I thought, like I said, they started out very strongly there, but then, like I also said, they jumped the gun hardcore.
Yeah.
And started. If they had taken their time and built up to Justice League, built up, each character individually with a movie first, like Marvel did, and then go into Justice League, like Marvel went into Avengers. Fucking great. Fantastic. I bet you everyone would have been hyped out of their minds.
Yeah, they just needed to take 10 years to do it and do it right.
Right. And they didn't want that. They didn't want to wait that long to make the big bucks. They were just like, let's see what happens. Let's.
But I think you could still, if they had made a good Flash movie, if they made a good Cyborg movie, if they had made a good Aquaman movie. I haven't seen Aquaman, but I don't think it was very good from what I've heard.
It's like it would have been like if Marvel had dropped Iron Man and Captain America and then dropped Civil War immediately after.
And you're like, who's Ant? You're like, who the fuck is Ant-Man and why do I care? Who is Who is Bucky? Who is this? Who is that? Who's Hawkeye? Who's this one? Who's that one? And like they do introduce a lot of characters in that film, but a majority of them have been introduced through their own films.
And then shoving Darkseid and this stuff into the very first Justice League movie is like jumping over Loki, jumping over Ultron, and going straight to Endgame. And
it was literally the plot of Endgame, and I realized that a lot of these things are working off of like original comics, and I don't know what came out when, and I'm not saying, you know, DC
copying anybody.
No one's copying anybody, but like you're a breathing, living human being.
All those comics back in the day are very there wasn't a whole lot of like a lot of the stories. They kind of overlap or
sure, yeah, no, I'm like that's the whatever, I don't care, but like if you're a DC exec and you're like, okay, we're gonna make a movie, and you know, like you are alive in the world, you know Endgame, you've seen Endgame, it's your biggest competition. Why are you gonna dig through your archives for your fucking that story? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's gotta be other stuff that they could have dug out. And if they wanted to get weird and crazy, then they should have just like jumped straight to their weird like what if universe.
Yep.
You don't need background for anybody on that. Like it's just like
you know these characters
spaghetti at the wall.
Watch them do crazy shit.
Yeah, like whatever.
You know the Joker, you know Batman, you know these characters now. Watch them try to kill evil Superman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, just like interesting stuff.
That alone would be a great movie. That would be a good fucking movie.
No.
Yeah, we're spitting the same sentiments Kevin Smith and Mark Bernardin had on the Fat Man Beyond podcast that I listened to.
Let me tell you, I feel like I got like a very short list of people that like I would love to interview, and Kevin Smith is on that list. Like, if I could have Kevin Smith on a podcast, I think that would make me pretty happy.
Yeah,
Kevin
I agree.
Smith, if you're listening to this.
Kevin Smith, you're for some reason listening to this.
Kevin Smith. Maybe we'll name this episode Kevin Smith. Dear Kevin Smith. That guy's great. He's from the same home state as us. You know who else is from New Jersey?
Who?
Ezra Miller.
Flash?
Flash. He's from Wyckoff.
Good old friggin' Flash is from the Dirty Jers.
He's from the Dirty Jers, and he was born in 92. So, like, he literally grew up with us. How weird is that?
Man, I didn't go to the same schools. He literally would have been, like, in my grade.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
We probably would have bullied him.
Wow, what the hell?
Just imagine they were probably like drama nerds. I had to guess.
I guess that's fair, but
I didn't really bully any drama nerds. I don't really bully anybody.
Anyway, I know our older podcasts, we had like little bits we were doing here and there, and like a plan and an idea of what we were going to do and talk about and such. But while those bits may make an eventual return to future episodes, we're trying a new thing where we talk a little bit about the nerdy stuff and things we've been excited about in the beginning. And then in the second half of things, we get stupid stoned and just start jabberjawing about whatever comes to mind or whatever news stories we've seen. And like I tried to explain earlier, we we get into these conversations sometimes on the phone or whatever before we start a recording that get like sometimes
Pretty
incredibly
deep.
deep and insightful and like, damn, this should be in a podcast kind of shit.
This
So
could really be helping someone
hopefully we can
get to that higher plane of existence.
hopefully we can get something like that tonight. But obviously the magic isn't always gonna slap you across the face like that. So whatever happens, happens, and we're just gonna roll with it. We appreciate you being here and listening to another MB cast. So I guess it's time to smoke and try and really
Yes, definitely. It's time to start smoking right now. Haven't been doing that the whole time.
oh well, I haven't. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm like halfway through this joint, yeah. Right.
That's my Hemper Bong.
This smoke break brought to you by Hemper Bongs.
Hemper.co. Head on over to Hemper.co. Use discount code MB Gaming for 5% off your order. This month's Hemper box featured Chronic, the Hemper Bong, and it's a little Sonic the Hedgehog knockoff, but it's probably the coolest bong I've ever seen. So
very, very cute. I've been ripping off of that vase looking one you sent me.
oh, the February Hemper bong, the flower.
Mm-hmm.
V-Day. Or Valentine's Day. I guess V-Day is another thing.
Victory Day.
Is it Victory Day or Veterans? I think it's Victory. I think you're right. I think it's Victory
Day. Yeah. They had a couple of V-Days.
Is Victory
like
over the Nazis? I'm pretty sure.
V-Day, VE Day, Victory in Europe Day. And I think it might just be like a general term for like wartime.
Huh.
Like they might just use that. Kind of like the Paris Agreement, like or the Paris Accord. There's like 500 different Paris Accords because for some reason they're just always signing shit in Paris.
They like it there. It's a city.
I mean, I guess, you know, right? Like, if you could go anywhere to go sign some shit, do some, like, political work, why not Paris? Paris seems like a nice spot.
Mm-hmm.
I never been.
I never been anywhere outside these United States.
Same. I don't even have my passport. That we should do that. We should get on that.
I've never had a passport either, but I want.
I made that funny thing. The year I moved out here.
The number one destination I want to go to is Japan, I think.
Same. But the year I moved out here, like I made like a list of like resolutions, shit I was gonna do my first year in Colorado, and one of them was get my passport. And then like 2020 happened the way it happened, and it just, you know, didn't.
Why bother getting your passport?
Yeah, I think I made an appointment in like August to go get my picture taken for my passport, and I was gonna like buy it and everything, and like I don't know, it was just there's like a fee. I forget how much it was, but it was a lot, and I was just like, I can't.
If I had to guess.
Yeah, like I literally can't travel anywhere anyway. Like, why am I gonna do this?
Why would you spend the money on it right now? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it right now. It don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Man, we had a hell of a time trying to record earlier today.
Holy shit. That shit sucks.
Like, I know no one else cares about this, but you know what? This is just talk our butts off segment.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna speak my mind and say that we had planned the entire day to like get shit done. We carved an entire day out of Ray's spring break to try and get some shit recorded and done. And we were going to
God
start
said
with
no.
Avengers. We were going to start with Avengers because the new PS5 version of Avengers came out. And we loaded in, and our save file was gone.
Yep.
Because we were playing on the PS4 version, and I guess save files can't transfer to the new generation versions. So I'm going to have to go in and reset the whole game. Or like redo all the parts of the game that we already did.
I honestly do think you'll be able to do it faster the second time. I feel like there are a couple of things that we did twice. Or just
That's
like that we didn't
true.
have to do. Like you don't have to go to that Hulk mission. You don't have to go redo that.
That's true. There are definitely things that I think I'll be able to tear through it within a day or two.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly worried about
it's not gonna, it's not great, but like
probably be done by like Wednesday. We're recording this tonight is Monday, so like it's not gonna take me very long. I just need to get it off my chest.
No, yeah, and it sucks. Yeah.
And then we went to do Planet Coaster because we had planned Planet Coaster on the PS5 a while ago because I got it for Christmas. And I immediately got in there and I felt like it felt wrong. Felt weird playing it.
And as soon as you said that, I fucking crapped out on us anyway.
And as soon as I said that, my PS5 fucking crashed on Planet Coaster. I have run the most intensive games on that thing since I've got it, and it crashes on Planet Coaster.
Mm-hmm. I was rendering like a flat field and like 5 people.
Dude, I was
it was like nope.
I had to hard reset my PS5. We were praying to whatever deity that it would turn back on and work properly, and luckily everything was okay. So then I was like, you know what? We'll change things up. We'll go in a different roller coaster direction. We went for Roller Coaster Tycoon, the original. And me and Ray had a good time.
We had a great time.
But the recording was god-awful and boring. It was just Ray playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. Sometimes we just weren't even talking, or it felt like we weren't. I don't know. And it ended up being like a 2-hour and 15-minute recording. And that's just a beast for Ray to have to try and edit.
It's a beast for it to not end up a very good episode anyway. We're man enough to admit that.
Spoiler alert. We were killing it in the Roller Coaster Tycoon business. Park.
We were killing it, but I stand by our decision. I don't think it was very interesting.
Well, it's definitely not. I stand by my statement that I want to try to find a way to make it interesting and potentially do an entertaining episode of it somehow.
I have a theory that's just come to me. I feel like that game and games like that where it's like more like you're not as actively engaged in the game. Like it's like there's not action happening. I feel like that kind of stuff might be better for streaming. Like if you're gonna go on Twitch, streaming's already supposed to be long form. People are watching that shit for like 5 hours.
You know what? You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong, dude.
Right? Doesn't that make sense?
No, you are absolutely right. That's not meant for YouTube.
I don't think that'd be good, like episodic.
epiphany moment. That is.
Hey, man.
Dude, is The Sims the same?
It could be, but I don't think so. I feel like we had a lot more fun and like a lot more interesting things were happening on The Sims.
Yeah.
I'm excited to get into The Sims and edit it and release those. I'm actually really excited about that series.
If you're excited for that, then that's
Yeah, I know we go like way too fucking long. We need to pay more attention, or maybe like set a timer on my phone or something.
Honestly, I've been meaning to start setting timers, and then I just always forget anyway.
Hey,
It's a mess, dude. It's a mess. But
especially since we're not using our phone or phones to record anymore. Like we're all digital now.
it's true. It's true. We really should. Well, I still use mine. I'm on Skype,
Oh, that's
walking
true.
around my apartment or my townhouse.
Jesus. Walking and podcasting.
I get a little exercise in. Sometimes I hit my bong. It's great. We're gonna record Fall Guys season 4 later. I'm excited as hell for that,
That's
man.
gonna be really good,
I
actually.
have no idea what we're walking into for that, and it's gonna
Very
be
exciting.
nutty. It's gonna be
Very
nutty.
exciting. This is some good weed that I got over here, though.
We have so much planned for this summer.
Oh yeah, I don't want to get into that. Don't talk about that. That's secret. Those are secrets. Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline of this channel in our
You don't-
second year.
You ain't ready for it. Y'all ain't ready for it. You don't have no idea what's coming for you. First 100 subscribers up in here. You don't know what you're getting into. We're building an empire. All right. This is a cult.
Welcome.
Welcome to our cult. But I was telling you about this, but we haven't talked about it on any recordings. How I this weekend I went to go pick up, and this is my last weed pickup for like a month.
Yeah. Duh.
What I got here is all I got until like I don't even know when it'll be safe again.
Honestly, you could probably just wait till the first of the trips.
Maybe we'll see what happens. So the gist of it is, for the people that don't have any idea what the fuck we're talking about, I have surgery coming up in May, and they told me, don't smoke weed for like a month before your surgery. So, because it fucks with the anesthetic, like, takes a lot more anesthetic to put you out. So, gotta get clean.
You gotta get clean.
Gotta get clean. Gotta be good. So that'll be interesting. And then they said something about not smoking after too, because like your pain meds don't work as good, but kind of rather just smoke and take the pain meds. What?
I said that's probably for a while, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll be less inclined to listen to that advice. But it's exciting stuff. Doing the old the Titus Deletus.
Getting the old Titus Deletus. My God.
Deletus, yeah. And it's just crazy. Like somebody asked me this the other day, so like I won't say they're my words because it's kind of a fucked up sentiment. But someone was like, "Damn, this year, the way this year turned out was really kind of like good for you, wasn't it?" Like the whole coronavirus thing was like kind of good timing for you. I was like, I kind of hate that, but yeah, kind of was. kind of wasn't a better year for me to spend in a basement, not going outside.
Yeah, I guess so.
I get to come out the other side of it, just not like fully transitioned, but like
A butterfly.
pretty fucking transitioned.
A beautiful butterfly.
Yeah, it's crazy. A beautiful butterfly. Yo, you know what character from our childhood was canonically trans that like is mind-boggling?
Oh,
Otis from Back in the Barnyard or whatever the hell that movie was called.
what?
Remember that movie about the cows?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember the main cow, Otis,
Uh-huh.
and how he had a big fat teat on his stomach?
Oh.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then there's this one scene in the movie that everyone takes like a screenshot of and like shares. Like, oh my god, Otis is trans. So like Otis is chilling at like he's like posted up on a fence next to this bull, and the bull is like, oh, I remember when I used to come out here with your sister, and Otis is like, I don't have a sister, and the bull is like, oh yeah, that was you.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that fucking weird?
Huh.
And like, I don't know,
Huh.
like, right? I think it might be one of those cases of like accidental representation where like
Absolutely. Like I
where
have,
like
have pretty much zero doubts about that. But like it's interesting. It's
like
super interesting.
like whoever did the movie realized that they were making a female cow body a male character and like threw in a weird little meta joke, but I don't think realized like the implication would be that that's a trans cow.
What if, and this is purely speculative,
Sure, I mean it all is, right?
um, what if the character was supposed to originally be female, but big douchebag movie execs was like, make that main character cow a male, or this
And they're
movie
like, we
doesn't get.
already animated the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. And then they purposely started tossing in jokes about how he used to be a female because
Dude, I
that's how the
could see that.
character
I could see that happening.
was originally made.
I think that tracks.
That tracks pretty hard, no? Especially
That
for like
tracks pretty hard for like
animated movies.
DreamWorks.
Hollywood and shit. Like,
2003 DreamWorks, I don't think was trying to represent trans masculine people.
great.
What?
I said Shrek was good back then. Oh,
Yeah, but like,
we're not like representing trans people.
no. In a children's movie, like, God
Oh,
forbid.
that they had that very butch godmother, was it? Or like,
She wasn't butch.
was it literally just a cross-dressing man, essentially? Do you remember that one character?
I don't know if you're thinking of the right person.
She worked at like one of the bars in Shrek. I'm telling you.
Oh my god, that might that might have been a trans person. Hold on.
You remember who I'm
Yeah,
talking
I'm like I'm
about, right?
getting like snippets in my brain.
Dude, I don't know if it was from the first Shrek movie, but it was from one of like the first few Shrek movies. She was in it, and she was like
Yes.
the evil stepsister, or
Doris.
something like that.
Shrek 2.
Yeah, that's a great character. That's a great character. See, maybe they were a little more woke than you thought.
I don't know. I mean, she's like
No, it's
she's horribly evil. Yeah.
very stereotypical, and she is an evil character. It's all true. It's all true. Well, she's not evil. She just runs the bar where the evil
Okay, well, you know,
characters.
I found a tweet. I found a tweet about this character from 2019, which I feel
Okay.
like might put it better than our brains can remember this movie. Looking back at the Shrek films is surreal because DreamWorks really tried to make a transphobic joke with Doris being quote unquote the ugly stepsister, but she's really quite lovely, and even Fiona treats her like any of the other princesses.
Oh
So
yeah.
I don't know. It almost sounds like they're trying to say DreamWorks did a bad thing and then did a good thing. Like Fiona isn't treating this person of like her own volition. You know what I mean? Like DreamWorks is making Fiona interact with this character in a certain way.
Right.
So, I don't know. But it's interesting.
Wow, that was interesting. That we just went down that little rabbit hole. See,
Yeah, I forgot about her. But
that's the
also, when I googled a trans Shrek character, the wolf came up too. Do you remember that from the first one? The wolf was like
yeah.
always wearing a nightgown and shit.
He was a little effeminated.
Yeah,
He
like maybe the wolf was like a cross dresser.
he really enjoyed being the grandmother. Like he didn't want uh,
That's what it was. Oh my god. Yeah, so I think somebody
dressing
whoever's
up.
making those whoever's making those had a little bit of a thing for gender nonconformity.
Well,
But
yeah. I mean, you had to know. Even the animators working on that probably back then were.
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
They're everywhere. Whether they're
Yeah.
out or not is a
forever,
difference.
yeah.
But
That's just
y'all are everywhere.
everywhere. We're all up in the cracks of society.
Including video games, including the Warner Brothers division of studio video games, including the Harry. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You know what? I was thinking about that. Let's talk about that. I was thinking about that the other day. Okay, because I was editing the Avengers episode where we talked about it, and if you're a true fan and you're listening to the MB cast, I'll give you a little secret. That conversation went on a lot longer than you will ever hear, and got a lot rowdier than we will ever admit to. So that all got cut out. But I was thinking about it, and like, there's a reason why I'm not like I don't give a shit if they put gender inclusivity in that game, and also I think it's fucking weird to do that in that game. Here are my thoughtsicles. Um, Same thing with like The Sims. Like I know it was a mod, but I don't think The Sims would be a better game if suddenly you could make trans people, because like that's weird. Because now you're adding genitals to The Sims. Like that's the only way you could do it, right? Does that make sense?
Oh,
So like you're making it weird. So now you're making a Harry Potter game
Sims fuck. Like
in the
Sims
mod.
have
In the
ba-
mod. Yeah, okay.
No, they have woohoo. Like
That's true. And you
like
make them have
with
children.
with the weird mods, like you see shit, but like without the mods, they just get under the covers, and like a sim still gets pregnant and has a baby. Like a baby still pops out. Like it's still
Yeah, but
like
you don't need to. Okay, so I'll concede on you with the pregnancy thing, because I guess you could make a male sim who could get pregnant. You could be like, that's a trans character. But like, if you can't see them doing it anyway, as long as they allow for like same sex stuff, you
well,
could say there are trans people up in the mix, and like you don't need to know what's going on.
it's true. It's true. But
So that's why I think it's weird for Hogwarts. Like,
okay, yeah.
like why do we need to know that? Like, just a weird concession. Like, we know this woman's transphobic, but like,
Maybe we can fuck
alter
the
the
game.
genitals on these school children before you send them to
Maybe we
Hogwarts.
can fuck in the game.
That's weird.
Maybe it's Mass Effect. Maybe we build
That's why, and again, that's why it makes sense for
relationships and then like pound it out in the dorm rooms or something. I don't know, man.
it makes sense for Cyberpunk.
I'm not a
'Cause you can
Hogwarts
romance
student.
people. You can romance people on Cyberpunk 77.
I assume that's why it's gonna matter for this game. That's usually
weird.
but the thing is, it's not because you like part of the game is spent in Hogwarts, but they make a good point in saying in the trailers that you will graduate and you will go on to have like a job and be like an adult in the wizard
Oh, so
world.
it's like big. It's like
huge. This game is ginormous. This game is big.
Still weird, man. It still feels like a weird concession because they know that they're.
Chances are this is going to be like the Harry Potter of Skyrim, or the Skyrim of Harry Potter game, essentially.
Harry Potter of Skyrim.
Where you like go on a huge big adventure and then you get like the DLC down the line where you build a little wizard's house, have a little wizard family, and like that's that. You're just chilling in Skyrim with your fake Skyrim family now. You know, like that's
weird though, man. It's just crazy.
It's that's just how it be though. Like
I don't need that. I don't need all that. That's a lot.
Some people have been wanting from this particular universe for a long time, and they're finally getting it. People are hyped. I can see why there's hype for it. I've been less and less able to play bigger and bigger video games as I've gotten older. It seems like so taxing on me, to be honest. And
That's
I'm just
saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'm excited to play it. I'll definitely.
I need something fucking linear, you know.
Yeah.
Straight to the point. Some punching, some kicking, a little bit of story, a little bit of hee-haw.
Sounds like you want Spider-Man back.
I do want more Spider-Man, dude.
You were begging for Miles Morales to be played on this channel.
Yeah.
But I also think Batman can fill that hole in your little heart, and I think you will fall in love just as hard.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Batman games too. I think those are good.
Batman Arkham games are genuinely some of the best games made in the last 15 years. Like in my top 10, easily. They're so dang good.
I really want to play the Hitman games for the channel, but like I want to play them.
All right.
Like, I would have to figure out like my own recording shit and like getting you the picture and sharing it to you. So like, and I would have to buy the Hitman games.
Right.
So, you know, it's just a thought right now, but damn, that shit looks fun.
That's good. That's great. That you have something you want to do for the channel. That's awesome.
There's a lot of stuff I'd play for the channel. I'm just a little too lazy to try to do what you do. You know how much simpler it is to just come sit at my desk, just plop myself down, and just watch it happen in front of me?
Dude, I'm the exact opposite.
Did we talk about this on Mike about how that's how we grew up? That's how we've always done video games?
Yeah. I don't think we've ever talked about it on Mike though.
Yeah.
Like you would pretty much just watch me play.
It's the younger sibling syndrome.
It was just like
all the consoles would end up in your room.
Well, I mean, we had a shared room for until Nishanik. We shared a room.
Well, that's
Literally.
what I was thinking about. I was thinking about it. That's
Until
true, though. Yeah, no, I forgot about that. You slept on the couch a lot, like a little
shared
weirdo.
a room.
You
Yeah.
remember that? You had a bed. Don't get us wrong. We weren't like neglected or abused as children. He had a perfectly good bed. He just slept on the couch. A little weirdo.
Dude, I have an even better bed now, and sometimes I pass out on my recliner downstairs and sleep on it the whole goddamn night.
Like a real dad.
Like a real grandpa.
Jesus. Well, how long are we letting this one go?
The trouble I've seen, nobody knows but Jesus.
Is that how that goes?
I think that, yeah.
You remember that song, Sweet Baby Jesus?
Sweet baby Jesus, you made it in America.
Oh my god. What was that about, man? Well, I mean, obviously it was about baby Jesus.
I think that was easy, wasn't it?
No way. Was it?
I'm pretty sure that's Kanye.
That's insane.
I could be very, very wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's Kanye.
I was like in the middle of looking it up, and then I stopped myself because I didn't want to.
No, look it up. We got to know now.
I didn't want to.
I don't want to leave it on. It's definitely Kanye, and then have me be just
Jesus.
wrong.
I see Sweet Baby Jesus by Carrie Underwood. Sweet Baby Jesus, Talladega Nights, Jesus Prayer.
Oh, Sweet baby Jesus, you made it in America. Type that in. You can't just do Sweet baby Jesus. That's
And
that's too generic. You can't just do Sweet baby Jesus.
Jay-Z and Kanye West. Holy shit. Made it in America. Frank Ocean. Wow.
Oh my God. Well, I think they grabbed
Some Frank Ocean.
Yes. Isn't he dead?
Wow.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's like an old school singer, and he's
King Martin, Mother Mary. Let me go. I'm gonna Google Frank Ocean for you.
Gosh dang song, man.
Frank Ocean. Nah, he ain't dead.
Oh, okay.
He's pretty alive. He's only 33 years old.
Maybe I was thinking of someone else then entirely.
Somebody else. Well, it's a crazy song. I'm not gonna keep playing it because no one can hear it but me. But wow, just wow. You made it in America.
Sweet baby Jesus.
We were listening to that. I remember
song.
I have no idea. But I remember listening to it that summer when we had that big bay house.
The bay
smoking.
house.
We were smoking outside. I think in somebody's car, and it was on the radio, and we just thought it was fucking hilarious.
I think it was the rental car.
I don't actually know what that song is about and if it's funny at all, but
no, wait, it was the Solera. We had the Solera back then.
Was it the Solera? Bro.
It was definitely the Solera.
I'd buy a Solera. That was a great car.
Solera. Oh my God, I'd buy a Solera.
Yeah, I've thought about that a lot.
Oh
If you
my
never
God.
thought about it. It was a great car. It really took a beating.
Oh my God.
Like I've bumped things in my Mazda, and like it looks like I've been in like major car accidents. There's just like big old gross rusty dents on my car now from like nicking something in a parking garage. But like I got into several major car accidents in the Solera, and like it just kept boating along. Not like major, but like I hit shit a lot as a kid driving my
Yeah.
car.
Do they not make the Solera anymore?
I don't know if there are new ones. And if
Oh,
there were new ones, they're not gonna look like the 2001 Solara. Solara.
they don't make a Solara anymore.
Really?
I can't find it on Carvana.
I googled 2021 Solara, and some shit's coming up. Oh, they made a convertible. Like a full drop top. It's pretty. Just Google it. I don't know if these are actually 2021. I could be lying to you. This is poison. This is podcast poison. Stop
Hey.
shopping for cars on this podcast.
I'm sorry. I just you reminded me of a car that I'd actually like to drive and want to drive. But of course, they don't have any.
Solara was fucking amazing. That was a great car. Everybody knows it. You knows it. I knows it. We all knows it. It's a great car. Oh, Jesus, no.
What a day.
You think it's about time to do some Fall Guys?
Yeah, I think it is. It was probably about time to end this episode when we were singing about Sweet Baby Jesus, to be honest.
It's fine. We squeezed like an extra 7 minutes out of it by car shopping.
Remembering the good old car.
Good old days, yo. Well,
Days in the good old car.
thanks for joining us. We
didn't get into anything deep this time around, but maybe
I feel like
next
we
time.
did. I don't think that's true. I feel like we skimmed over some stuff. Like we touched our toes into some topics.
We kind of trailed off on that Harry Potter game. We went off on something entirely different somehow.
Yep, that's just the way of the world.
That's just the way it goes sometimes, folks. So
That's just the way the cookie crumbles, Bruce Almighty.
we hope you enjoyed us. Just
You remember Bruce Almighty?
we can't do this. We can't do this.
Oh shit!
You remember he makes Jennifer Aniston boobs real big?
Oh yeah, and he makes the dog poop on the toilet.
Oh, great movie.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let's go record some Fall Guys.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Jesus.